Hey everybody, this is Seth from Motor One, and I'm actually in China right now. I got here yesterday so that I could go to the Guangzhou Auto Show, but the real reason for my trip was so that I could do this. And this is drive a Chinese car for the first time in my life. There are a couple of them here at the racetrack in this program that's been put together, but the car that I'm in right now is a compact SUV from a new brand called WEY. Now, WEY is selling as a luxury brand in China. It's brand new. It's a subsidiary of a company that you may have heard of called Great Wall, and it intends to be their luxury division. But the reason that I wanted to talk to you about this car is because for a number of reasons, I think that there's a really good chance that something with the WEY badge on it might be one of the first cars that you see in Europe and potentially even the US. This is a car that from a trim perspective feels to me like it might compete with sort of the Japanese and American brands in the US. So not a premium feeling, but also really not that bad. The interior is nicely screwed together. The fit and finish is okay. There's a decent amount of black plastic everywhere, but you also have some reasonable leather seats and interesting design, as well as what I think is some really cool exterior design. WEY is only building what it calls SUVs right now, but really what we're talking about is front-wheel drive crossovers. Considering the orientation of the car and the market segment that it would play in anywhere that I'm used to, the fact that the only driving experience I will have with it today are both on a kind of skid pad handling course and a really small racetrack is a little silly. And we're gonna go around a few times and see how it does in that environment. But I can say from driving it not very aggressively, just around the paddock area and once or twice around the track already, that on a day-to-day level, things like noise, vibration, and harshness and ride quality feel like they're pretty much in line with what you would expect from an American car. But enough talking, let's get out on the racetrack and see how this thing actually feels.
The WEY VV7 has a 234 horsepower, 2-liter turbo 4 that should certainly be strong enough to keep the SUV in line with the competition. On this short track, my biggest complaint is that the gearing of the 7-speed DCT does the engine no favors, with tall first and second ratios and slightly weak acceleration as a result. The suspension is also pretty soft, though that seems to be a theme for all Chinese market vehicles, so I won't hold the lack of crispness against WEY engineers. There's only one fatal flaw to the dynamic package, however. The electronic traction control is unbelievably aggressive, almost halting the car to a complete stop when it lights up in hard, fast corners. At the end of the day, WEY has an SUV that will be really nice for Chinese tastes and traffic, but will need some revamping for Western Europe or the US should it come here.